Hey guys, this is John, and I am playing Severus 7 in the 1 minute pool on ICC. First game of the session against a GM I don't recall playing before. This is kind of a tricky move, because on the surface it looks like he's threatening knight f6, but he's really not, because I can take it and defend my queen. So we are likely to just get into, I don't know, queenless middle game, let's call it. I'll go e6 and put the knight on f6. Actually, I'll put the bishop here, sure. We'll induce a trade. Maybe I can go d5 after this. Looks pretty good. And perhaps my king will hang out in the center. We'll see. Yeah, he pushes. I think I should probably play h6. This pawn might be a bother to defend later on. Sort of depends on how the position is played. Let's go here. Maybe pop a rook into c4. Make him defend that. Okay, let's go. We'll keep our king in the center for now. No reason to do otherwise. Send the knight in maybe to e4. Oh, king f8 looks sensible though. Just to defend that pawn first. I think knight into e4 is quite strong though. I think maybe he should take on c4. He might want to do that. Let's go a5. Try to cramp him. Yeah, a4. And I can't win material, huh? Let's do it this way. f5 might be good. Okay, let's go here. And if f5, I'm thinking e5. Push past. And maybe here. I'm hoping that this pawn is not as weak as it seems.
Check.
I'm going to check. Then I can at least bring the knight here. He has trouble with knight d3 or knight b3. Probably knight d3 mainly. Let's give a check.
Time
Let's take
check.
here, check. And let's give a check again.
Check.
And I can go here. However, he does take there, yeah. Let's go after that pawn.
Check. Check. Check.
It's like, whose king is weaker right now?
Check.
Mine or his?
Check.
Better push.
Check.
These pawns have to be pushed.
Check.
Just go here. This is shaping up to be a draw. But alright, he flagged. Yeah. It's one of those situations, if either of us pauses to stop a draw, to offer a draw, you risk losing on time. So it's not going to happen. Maybe I'll play a restrained d4 approach this time around. I'll try not to put the pawn on d4 quite yet. Let's just do this and see if we'll trade. Actually, now this transposes to a line I'm familiar with. Now I'll play f4 next, just bind up the center. Puts all his pawns on light squares, makes perfect sense. And, oh, he actually is going to trade off this knight. That's a good idea for him. Because if he doesn't do that, he runs the risk of, I'll go a3 just to keep this side of the board closed. But he runs the risk of me rerouting my knight somewhere if he didn't trade that. Let's go here. You know, I might sack on b5. I really might. That would make the position pretty interesting. I think it's unsound though, so I'm not going to do it. Let's go f3 and go for e4 instead. New plan. I can put the knight on h5 though. It's pretty irritating. Go here just to remind him that this is a threat. He didn't see it. So that's a free pawn. The problem is he's completely locked up the position. Let's go here. Yeah, he's totally locked it up. Take. How am I going to get play in this position? Better do this. Let's not overreact. I was about to play rook e5. Just double. And then infiltrate.
Time warning.
Okay, let's go bishop back here. Really not sure what to do. This position is pretty active. If he moves his rook somewhere, I need to be able to like double up on the 7th rank. That's hard to do though. Yeah, this is really tough to do. Okay, let's go here. Not sure exactly how I'm supposed to arrange that, and I have no time. So let's go here. I'm going to lose on time. Yeah, okay, that's over. 25-69 after that game. Yeah, Severus got my number in that one. Let's see if he repeats that same line. He does not. Plays a more standard Scandinavian. Knight into e5. Nope, bishop d2. This is a very normal line. I had this just the other day. in another bullet game. In that one, though, they castled short side, or long side, I mean. So here, yeah, there's that move, but I have a5 is a good reply. I think they have to play bishop c3 if they want to hold the pawn, because this should not hold it, at least as far as I know. Because now I'm threatening to take his bishop. Yeah, so I escape with this with an extra pawn. Let's just go here. I know I'd have to double my pawns to do this. It's kind of a shame, but let's go here. I'd like to trade the queens if I could. I'm not sure he'll let me do that. He does, actually. Okay. Let's go here. Because if he takes on b7, I have knight e2. Let's go here. If he takes on b7, I still have knight e2. Yeah. Let's go here, then. You can play bishop b6. Keeps me
check,
somewhat tied down. I'll go here, and then maybe I can create some mating net. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, I've got a rudimentary mating net going on with knight f3
check,
or knight h3. No trade. No trade.
check, time warning,
f6, sure.
check,
If rook d6, knight f3 is still good.
check,
Yeah, he knows what's coming, so he doesn't want any of that.
check, check,
Okay, let's go here. Attack the rook and defend. I want to go f2. I can do this. And then take that guy. So if he takes, he's not getting back.
check, check, check,
Yeah.
check,
All right. Won that game. 25-81. Back in the pool. Haven't even had time to check who Severus 7 is. Let's see when we have a moment. Anonymous GM. Pretty high ratings in all categories. Blitz rating is over 3,000. It's quite good. I'm playing this session about 8:45 U.S. Central Time. Had a real interesting session yesterday. Lots of Grandmaster action, lots of high-rated players. Multicast made an appearance, played him 3 games. The action was good. I'm going to try to enter and leave the pool just to see if I can get matched with the Severus guy again, if he's there. Didn't work, though. So we'll just hang out for a second. We'll watch this game. This is some sort of Sicilian. Yeah, it was. Najdorf. Ooh, sauerkraut. Mr. Cicak, Slavko Cicak, in the house.
check,
Perennial opponent of ours. Let's go rook e1. And then go e4. I may have to put the knight on d2. That's a little unfortunate, but let's go f4. Go big or go home in the center. Problem is that I'm not sure how to handle this position. Guess we'll block up the center is what we'll do, and then push on this side of the board. Maybe I should go a4 just to make sure he can't play b5, but he solved that problem for me. Go here. I'd like to develop the dark square bishop, but it's going to be kind of tough at this point. Let's do this. Okay, bishop a3, just so I can go rook b1. No other reason. No other reason at all. Okay, let's take. If he wants to bring his queen to b7 after a trade of rooks, I'll put my knight on c3. And I think this is good. He doesn't have any infiltration points, so I can afford to play this move, can't I? Let's take now. Let's bring this back. It's not doing anything where it's at there. Let's go here. So I'm threatening to take on f6. My c3 knight is guarded. So maybe he can take c4, actually. I'll do this. Try to create some havoc. Okay.
time
I don't know if
warning,
I can take that, though. Don't think so. Let's go here.
check,
That's an interesting position.
check,
Not enough going on for
check,
a proper diagnosis in a fast game.
check,
go here. Not sure why I played that.
Check.
Better take it.
Check. 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 Check.
Alright, he flagged. That was a lucky flag. Not gonna lie. You guys witnessed it with your own eyes. Alright, playing chuckechess next. This guy's pretty fast. He's hot to trot. But so are we. I reeled off a 92-move game yesterday, so I'm feeling proud. Okay, that move was probably dubious by me. I shouldn't have played that. But alright. He takes... I'll go e6 after this. Maybe I can drive the knight back. Or just play bishop e7 and get developed normally. This looks fine, actually. I think this is okay. Let's go bishop g6, just see if he solves the problem for us. And then maybe rook e8, so bishop c5 is not an issue. If I can go bishop d4 and trade the dark square bishops, that would be perfect. If he avoids the trade, I have queen takes g3, so he couldn't really favorably avoid it. I would expect queen c5 now, yeah. But maybe he has trouble with his pawns. This is a pawn, win of a pawn. Looks nice. Let's go f6. You can maybe take this pawn on a4. Let's do this first. Back his queen off. Let's go c5. I mean, I think this is all right. Rook e8. Just safeguard this now. And okay, let's go here. Queen hanging. He's probably not going to want to trade, so I'm expecting rook f3 in this position. Actually, he does trade. Let's keep his king out. That's quite important. Now I can go after this pawn. Okay, let's do this. As long as I keep that pawn under control. Yeah, now he's busted. Not much he can do. All right, 25-94 after that game. Back in the pool. That was mildly tricky at the end. Yeah, I usually play g6 in this position rather than bishop e6. I forgot that I only play bishop e6 after they trade on c4. That's the proper timing on that move. These two guys still playing. Where's Sauerkraut? And he's playing too. Let's observe him. He's playing 3-minute though. Come on, GM Cicak. I thought we were going to play. Yeah. Sauerkraut's another guy who's played a lot of games. Just in all-time controls. Mainly bullet, though. Sauerkraut has almost 90,000 one-minute games and about 22,000 blitz games. And then about 17,000 3-minute games. So, I mean, if you total all those up, he's played a lot on ICC. Still in the pool. Guess we'll just watch this game again, just for some entertainment. F2 is hanging. Knight is hanging. Time a huge factor now. King g2 maybe? Nope, white just playing for trades. White's king is shredded, but black only has very small amount of time. Now, can white flag black, or can black beat the clock? Queen trade does not bode well for black. They would have rather kept the queens on and play for an attack. Now it's easy to make moves for black, but having twice as less time as your opponent in an endgame is a huge problem in bullet. Take on h5 would check. Move the rook away. Yeah, I think Capewall has this. Well, I don't play rook takes f4. Okay, that was a positive chain of events. I imagine that trying to kibitz bullet games would be infuriating because there's like so much random stuff that happens. First of all, it's hard to just follow the action. And a lot of times it's funny because you can kind of see the thought processes of the players. You can kind of see like You know, for instance, when black played rook e3, of course they played that because they thought their pawn was still existing on f4. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done that. All right, let's just trade. This line is really boring. People like it, though. Let's go here and just trade the dark square bishops. I catch a lot of people with that. They just pre-move c4. I remember this guy Molecule did that against me, too. I just won a simple game because of that. Like, just a easy point because they played that. Okay, let's castle. You can have the d6 outpost, but I'm going to immediately start undermining it. I'll take this way. Yeah, and he's trying his best to avoid further exchanges, but it's going to be tough. Let's just go here and attack e3. I can do this and then stick the knight on d5. It's kind of nice. Let's go here. Go bring this back. I would like to not get mated. That would be nice. Let's go f5. His coordination is pretty poor right now. Then again, I'm maybe not doing the best job of converting this. I'm just trying to keep everything safe. There's no particular rush. Yeah, everything's covered. Knight d2 makes sense, but his position is not improving much. I think I can do that. Let's get this in here. Not afraid of any knight jumps, necessarily. Well, this is going to be a cool one.
Time
We'll
work.
go here now. Discovered attack on his rook.
Check.
Let's go
Check.
here.
Check.
And take
Check.
here. And this is checkmate. Yeah, knight f3 is a cool move in that one. Move 36. I mean, it wasn't necessary, but it's a nice way to win another exchange. All right, back in the pool, I'm at 25.96. Let's see who else is playing. Well, Severus is back. Severus Snape for the Harry Potter fans. That's what he's called, right? Severus Snape. Been a long time since I've seen a Harry Potter movie. I think I read one of the books, maybe two, like long ago. Those books have been around for quite a while. I think the original Harry Potter, like the first one, came out in like the late 90s. Late 90s, I was still in school. I was like middle school age. Let's see if I can get one of these guys after they're done with this game. Might be a shorter session, just doesn't seem like a whole lot of stuff going on in the pool today. Nice position for Sauerkraut. He's up a pawn, and he has a good knight versus a bishop that doesn't look too effective. It's blunted by white's pawns. Black trying for the outside pass pawn. Queen b6 probably will be played. But now knight d5, and Sauerkraut gets into e7. I'm going to play two more games, so I'll play one more, probably against one of these players, and then one more after that and call it a session. Snappy little session. Unless somebody big shows up. Otherwise, I've been in the pool this whole time, but nothing has happened. All right, we got Severus. He had the misfortune of getting two blacks in a row. Let's play our specialty line against the Slav. It's an easy line to play in Bullet because the ideas are easy to assimilate. Bishop d2, knight c1 to b3. All this stuff. Queen e2, rook f d1. Ooh, he took early there. Usually you're supposed to delay that. So we'll go bishop e1, and the plan is f3 and bishop f2. This is what white hopes to do in this position. So let's do this, because now e4 is a problem. That's the plan. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, and they are going to play that. Okay, let's go queen f1. So now they got to withdraw their queen. There's all these possibilities of an attack there. Let's take
Check.
this one, because if he takes to the rook, I have knight takes a5. Now I get this in. This is tasty. Let's take.
Check.
Let's keep it simple. Maybe push the pawn. I gotta believe that this a pawn, supported by my bishops from a distance, is gonna be causing him all sorts of issues. Let's go rook e1 first. Queen f6 might be a good move, though. He made this kind of easy, though. He's probably just going to put a knight on f4 and hope. It doesn't really work, though, because I have this move if I need it. Yeah, this is completely defending, so he resigned. I'm over 2,600 now, 2,605. And I'm back in the pool. Yeah, not much going on. It's really pretty dead here. Surprised. It's an evening US time. You'd think it'd be more active, but, you know, the bullet pool kind of comes and goes. And it really depends. If there's like more than one decently rated player playing, it's more likely that the action's going to get intense, because I think people see that others are playing and they just jump in. If it's just one person like me who has a decently high rating, it's kind of hard. It's like hit and miss. I'm going to enter and leave the pool, just trying to get a game. Oh, sauerkraut's back. This must be an accelerated dragon. I played sauerkraut in this position before. So white has the bishop pair, but these positions are never easy because black has good control over the dark squares often if they handle it properly. Here I do like Severus's position, though. Ideally, they'd like to bump this knight from c5. That would be the best thing ever. It's going to be tough, though, because now they can't move the A or the B pawns. Maybe white should play for a central break. I don't know. Something like f4, e5. Makes sense. Yeah, white doesn't want to trade the dark square bishops, because if they do, then black gets access to the a2 pawn. I think white's hitting upon the right idea now. Maybe black will go b4 and a4. Now they're threatening bishop c5 or knight b4. So probably rook d1 should be played. All right, TedBelanoff will be our last opponent. Sorry the screen got a little messed up. I would try to drag it, but it's going to cost me too much time, and I think you guys can see the position. No problem. All right, let's just back this off. Don't know what white's doing right here. I'll just go h6. So I can preserve my light square bishop if they go knight h4. Okay, now my pawn structure is pristine compared to theirs. They might go knight e4, though, is the only thing. I guess that's all right, though. Let's just go knight d5. And then maybe plop the knight into f4. I am attacking d3. Let's repeat. Let us repeat. Okay, let's go here. Attacking b3. Not sure how to play this position. Kind of baffled as to what to do. Here I can take here. And I've won a pawn. Also b4 is hanging. So I've won b4 too.
Check.
And we're in an endgame. f5 seems useful. Let's go here. Keep it closed for now. Guess that wasn't the smartest idea by me, because now the c pawn is weak.
Time warning.
Let's go here and get rid of that guy. Oh, I can take that. I can definitely take. Oh, this endgame's got to be losing for him. Let's do this.
Check.
Okay, they can do that, yeah. I'm just dropping pawns for no reason.
Check.
Okay. Now this is tricky, because I dropped a pawn for absolutely no reason. Okay, there was a draw. I tried a last trick at the end, but he didn't fall for it. Okay, so let's tally the results of the session. And it was a pretty good session. Gained some rating. Went just below 2,600 at the end, but no biggie. So I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. And I went 6-1-1. So 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Not bad. And best list. Some guy keeps challenging me. Best list, where are we at? We're number 6. Okay, decent. Wow, leverage is over 2,800. Wow. It's impressive. How do you get a rating that high? That's just amazing to me. Huh. His history displays 19-1. He had exactly 1 loss in 20 games, and all his opponents were pretty good too. Yeah, a lot of 23, 24, hundreds in that range. So, wow. Okay, hopefully I run into him sometime. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back tomorrow with another bullet video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.